Okay guys, so jumping into the EVs for a second, we're over here at the Vinfast booth, which have, I think, their full lineup of cars. So let's start down here with kind of the littlest of the bunch. We have the VF6, which I guess would be the smallest one here. We have the VF8 in front here, followed by the VF9 over here in this absolutely gorgeous green color. We have another VF8 here, and then we have the VF7. So you can see, guys, how the model lineup kind of goes from, they're all kind of SUVs or crossover types. So we have the VF6 down there, which is kind of like the small crossover, into the more kind of middle of the range with the VF8s, and I guess the VF7 over here, and then we have the VF9, which looks like it's kind of the big daddy of the bunch. But yeah, Vinfast full EV cars. Let's have a look at this VF9 here. You know, guys, quick little detour. There's someone trying to get a shot of the VF9, so we don't want to get in the way. So let's come over here and check out the VF6. Of course, this is kind of the entry level, so I'm assuming this is the one that everyone's going to be able to kind of just jump into. So I'm not sure as it stands which model I'm looking at right in front of us, but basically for the VF6 you get two different options, or two different variants. So you get the Eco and the Plus. So let's just go with the big numbers. So in the Plus, you have a single electric motor making 201 horsepower, 228 pound-feet of torque. Your range for that would be 381 kilometers, 237 miles. They're all front-wheel drive cars. The Plus, you have 19-inch wheels. On the Eco, you have 17-inch. Both cars will seat five people in them. So you can see we got two seats at the front, we got the bench in the back seat, and then if we drop down to the Eco options, a little bit smaller, so still single electric motor. That one only makes 174 horsepower, 184 foot-pounds of torque, and your range is 399 kilometers to 248 miles. So we can see with that smaller battery, I guess, less weight and everything to lug around, so you get a little bit better mileage. Of course, you don't get as much horsepower, but it's a bit of a trade-off. EVs are supposed to be more economical, so you know, I guess if you want something super fast, I'm sure we could go up the model range, or you're going to be looking at something like a Tesla Model 3 if you want, I guess, pure speed and comfort, and even a little bit more range. But for something, I'm not there's no pricing on this at the moment, guys. If I find it, I will put it up on the screen, or I'll let you guys know in a future video how much is it going to be costing. But I'd imagine for something which is, I'm going to guess, at the entry level for these cars, that, you know, 174 horsepower, 201 horsepower, whatever one you get to, that's more than enough just for a little run around kind of daily kind of car. But then if we move from the VF6, let's go all the way up to the VF9, which is kind of the big daddy, so you can kind of see a comparison of, you know, different numbers, figures. We'll do a quick stop over here at the VF8. So just a quick word on this in terms of power. These are all-wheel drive. Again, you get the Eco and the Plus variants, dual electric motors, and the max horsepower in the Plus is going to be 402 horsepower. So you can see that's a bit of a jump already. Of course, we're jumping two models from the V6 to the V8. Sorry, the VF6 to the VF8. And then we can come over here to the VF9, which actually design-wise is really, really cool. I like this front. Again, I was just saying before, guys, you know, EVs have the tendency to kind of be these kind of boring-looking vehicles. Well, all these VinFast, they actually look really good. Not sure how they drive yet, but they look really good initially. And then, yeah, we come all the way up here to the big guy, the VF9. Again, dual electric motors. They both make 402 horsepower. All-wheel drive, 21-inch wheels on them. Seating capacity, you can have 7 or 6. So you can see we got one row, two rows. I'm guessing you can have a third row there for the 7 seating. And yeah, so you can see you go all the way from the little guy with about 170 horsepower up to the big one with 402, big full family SUV. And yeah, kind of cool to see these cars. Of course, we've seen them a little bit, you know, coming up. They have a whole booth here, so it'll be really interesting to kind of follow the future of VinFast as they grow as a company. Before we leave, this VF9 is actually open, so let's have a quick look at the interior. But one design feature I want to point out, again, we've got this gorgeous metallic green paint. Don't know what this is actually called. There's no actual paint name on there, but we can see we've got the integrated door handles. So to get in, he's going to give a little press at the back. It's going to pop forward. You can pull it forward, and we step into what's a really, really nice interior. We got this kind of smaller stature wheel. We got the big screen in the middle. Of course, you have all your driving controls there, which are all buttons easily laid out there. We have our media controls here. window controls. You got your flashers there, and yeah, I don't know if we can actually turn this on, but again, very, very nice interior. A nice place to be. I'm sure there's lots of different functions you can go through on the screen, which hopefully I can bring you guys in a future video. We can see their pre-production model, so I'm sure not everything's refined or working properly, but you can see we've got this nice quilting, or this nice quilted leather pattern in the seats, perforated all the way through down the middle. I'm guessing there's going to be heated and cool seat options. We can see in the back there, so we got our second row, which is just a 2-seat option. Then we have the back, which looks like a whole bench where you can sit 3. It's partially down right now, so you can see how much cargo space there is in the back. We have a full moonroof glass over here, which basically stretches the length of the car, so really cool. It's slightly tinted, so you don't have to worry about your head burning in intense sunlight. And yeah, like I say, this is just a really, really nice and cool place to be, and I think this is definitely a company I'm going to keep my eyes on, and just to kind of see where the growth, because they just look really cool, and from everything I've been hearing about them, people are starting to rave about them. So yeah, so like I said, it's going to be really interesting to see the future of Vinfast. And one other thing to point out here, guys, is that you also have this side rail. I'm not sure if it's an option or not, but you have this side rail to make getting in and out of the car much, much easier than having to, reach all the way down. As this is a big SUV, it sits up fairly high. No issue for me getting in, but maybe if you're a little bit of a shorter person, or have some issues with knees or whatever, getting in and out, it's nice to have this convenient step where you can just kind of step on and step out of the vehicle. And of course, it runs all the way down the side. Right, guys, that's going to do it for our time over here at the Vinfast booth. Again, I'm sorry I don't have more info on the cars. As you can see, I was just reading kind of the specs off the spec sheets that are beside the cars. But as I said, definitely a company that I have some interest in. Definitely would like to do some more stuff, maybe get a test drive, maybe go through some more of the options in a more road-ready car. But I guess if you enjoyed this little video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys know anything more about Vinfast or want to start a conversation down in the comments, please do that. If you're someone that works with Vinfast or has a connection for maybe I can go and drive one of these things or spend some more time with it, please also do let me know. Reach out in the comments or reach out via Instagram or my email. So if you guys enjoyed this little video, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more. And yeah, stay tuned because there'll be more stuff from the auto show. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.